going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 24 Ultimate Team video. In today's video, we're going to talk about the ability to buy levels in MUT 24. It was just added today, and I want to hear from you guys. Do you think this makes EA greedy? Now, if you guys enjoy this video, if you like it, if it helps you out, make sure you go ahead and click that thumbs up button. Shows a lot of support on the channel, helps the videos get noticed. Also, if you're brand new here, you're searching around YouTube for MUT 24 content, whether it's how to make coins, how to get free players, how to build your ultimate team, you found the right channel for everything. Stay a while, click that subscribe button, turn that notification bell on as well so you guys are alerted when we drop additional videos. Let's get right on into it. So today being Friday means we got an update to the competitive pass, and it is now possible to earn an 89 overall George Pickens for free. People have already started to unlock him, but also with that addition to the competitive pass, EA added the ability to buy levels. Now this is something that was rumored to happen eventually. There was code within the game that leaked out that showed this was a possibility, and this has been around since last year, and I thought maybe they just had it in there but they would never actually use it. Well, they made it live as of today. Let's go ahead and talk about it. I like part of it, or I shouldn't say I like, I'm okay with part of it, but the other half of it I don't like, and I'll explain. So if you go into your Season 1 Field Pass, and if you're above level 45, you're not going to see this at all because it is capped, and this is why I don't think it's a terrible thing. But if you take a look here, for me to get to level 43, which I'm extremely close to, we can spend 50 points and basically purchase that level to get this pack. And then if you take a look at level 44, we can spend another $5 to jump up to level 44, and then finally we can spend another $10 to get to level 45, and that's where it stops. So I don't know where the decision came to cap it off at 45, and if they will increase the amount of levels that you can buy as we get closer to the expiration of this Season 1 Field Pass, which if you look in the upper left, you can see we're basically a little under 20 days away from a brand new Season Field Pass. We also don't know what Season 2 Field Pass is going to look like from the jump, but somebody tweeted this to me. I highly doubt that when Season 2 comes out, you're going to see the ability to purchase all the way up to level 45. It really seems to me like this is an addition into the game, of course, to generate revenue for them. That's not, we can't ignore that, but I think it's more so for people who are maybe further behind or haven't been grinding it, or maybe just got the game and they're trying to pay catch up. They're giving you guys the ability to spend money on levels. I don't think it's worth it, and hopefully all of you watching this video don't do that. I mean, if you got to get, like, say they increase it and the pass is about to expire and you're one level away from getting the Season 2 XP collectible, or you're one level away from getting the Triumph Elite pack, which isn't all that, it's not the greatest pack in the world, and you got to spend a couple dollars to jump up one level because you're really on a deadline, I think I'm kind of cool with that. But for the most part, these rewards ain't worth it. In the cards, the player rewards that are in here right now aren't worth spending money on. Yeah, the Jalen Ramsey is going to be cool when people get to level 55. His card at an 88 overall right now is really, really good. But as we said, it's capped at 45, so you can't even buy up to these levels. They may increase it as the days or weeks go on. But, if it's just used as a catch-up mechanism, I am totally fine with that. I just don't want to see people getting ahead of others. And when I say others, I mean the people that have been grinding since day one, because there are people out there that just hit level 50 today and unlocked the Reggie White token, which I think gets him to an 87 overall. Like, those people are grinding, right? And I'm kind of far behind there, mainly because I work on two different accounts at the same time. I don't want to see the people that have been putting in a lot of effort, to basically be beat to getting a reward because others are spending money on it. So I definitely want to hear from you guys. How do you feel about this? Are you okay with it? Do you hate it? Are you somewhere in the middle? As long as they make it a catch-up mechanism only, I'm cool. Now, what I don't like is what they added into the competitive pass today, and this one also has a cap, so I can't even actually show you it, but basically you can buy levels in the competitive pass. Now, they capped it at level 27, which, and I'm sure this wasn't a coincidence, is the level where you can get an 88 overall Legends player pack. So you might start to see 88 overall Legends like Michael Vick, for example, start to come down a little bit in price if a lot of people are starting starting to unlock this. I don't like the ability to buy any levels in the competitive pass at all. To me, it defeats the purpose of the competitive pass. They have already watered it down by allowing people to play a million solo battles per week, and basically grind a lot of this by not playing online. To me, and it's maybe because I'm a bit of a sweaty player and I'm a competitive player, in a competitive pass I want to compete, and I don't like the ability, again, even though it's capped, I hate that they've added any way to buy levels in this. Now, I can somewhat live with it. It's not like I have a choice right now. If they don't allow you to jump ahead, and again, George Pickens being available today for people if you've really been grinding is a good example. If they hypothetically had the ability to buy up to like level 45 in this pass, and then you could get George Pickens a lot quicker, I would hate that, especially with the 1,000 limit on the cards, making it auctionable. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if you're in the first 1,000 people to unlock this, and I believe it's across all consoles, old gen, new gen, and PC, you get an auctionable version and a non-auctionable version of the card, which basically means you can make coin. I saw Joker Calais hit like number 13 or 18 already. He sold the card for 1 million coins. So I want to see the people who are good at the game and they've been grinding the competitive pass since day one unlock these cards first so they can benefit from it, because if you're really good at the game or you've been putting in those hours, you should get some type of benefit from doing that. So I'm going to sum it up with the competitive pass saying, I guess I can live with it because you can get up to only level 27, but I also hate the fact or the idea that you can actually purchase levels in a competitive pass. Now, speaking of the George Pickens card here, if you are not in the first 1,000, don't worry. This card does get an extra ability slot, but it's mostly 2 AP abilities and you only get 6 AP on offense. Most people aren't using that extra ability slot. Really getting in the top 1,000 right now is number one, a little bit of a flex, and number two, a way to make coins, and that's about it. So eventually, if you get here, you'll get the card. I'll be curious to see, and Legend reveals will be tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Now that people are unlocking an 89 overall, this is the highest overall card in the game without any type of boost. Will we see Legends jump up to 89s this weekend? And if they do, that means that Team of the Week and AKA and whatever promo we get next week should also follow suit. So that's just something to keep an eye on. Of course, today being Friday, this happens every Friday at about 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. Your MUT Champs objectives, your solo battle objectives, and your head-to-head season objectives should have reset. You should have new things to chase. Unfortunately, they didn't get rid of the objectives that only track during wins. If you ever find that certain objectives are not tracking after you finish a game, pay close attention in the upper right corner. You can see here we need 25 total touchdowns, but they only track if we win the game. We need 10 rushing touchdowns. These count regardless as long as we're in a MUT Champs game. They did refresh milestones for a lot of people last week. They did not do it again this week, which I didn't really expect them to do so. I was kind of hoping I would get more because I only got one milestone refresh last week, and it was this 12,000 yard goal. When I look at my no money spent account, I had like 9 or 10 brand new milestone objectives. So that's kind of keeping me from being able to grind this pass as much as I want or earning as much XP as others. I'm not going to complain about it. It just is what it is. But if you're in that same boat, I could understand why you'd be frustrated. But the point is, all of this has reset. Well, not all of it, but the MUT Champs solo battles head-to-head objectives have reset, so you can go out and earn more XP. And I've talked about this before. If you're a more casual player and you're trying to find the less sweaty games or the least sweaty games, this is kind of my direction that I'm going to point you in. I feel like MUT Champs, because you get more XP per objective. You can see here 500 rushing yards, 150 rushing yards in MUT Champs without even winning gets you 8 XP. If we go to head-to-head seasons, and unfortunately I don't have any rushing yard objectives in here, but look at the difference. You need 10 rushing touchdowns to get 2 XP versus 150 yards is 8 XP. So I think when people get new MUT Champs objectives, the good players, the really good players that are trying to get George Pickens first, they're going to run to MUT Champs right away. They're probably going to play all 25 of their games within a couple days, probably by Sunday morning at the latest, and then during the week, they're going to head back on over to head-to-head seasons because they got nothing else to play. So you want to do the reverse. Over the weekend, you want to play head-to-head seasons, and during the week, when all the sweaties have played all of their MUT Champs games and they move over to head-to-head seasons, you then want to jump over to MUT Champs. I think that's the move. A lot of people have told me that's kind of been benefiting for them, or it's been beneficial for them. It's been working for them. So if you're a more casual player, you're tired of sweating your you-know-what off through these games, you're a little bit less skilled, that's probably the route that you should take. So just to summarize the entire video here, you can now buy levels. It's capped up up to level 27 in the competitive pass, level 45 in the season 1 field pass, and with basically 30 days or a little under 30 days left in the comp pass, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe next week they add on a couple more levels that you can purchase and maybe do this every Friday. And the same thing with the season 1 pass. They're probably going to inch their way up towards the end of the pass, but hopefully not allow you to ever jump the people who have really been out there grinding the game. That's all we got for now. Thank you guys for tuning in. My name is Popular Stranger, and I'm out. Peace.